we are at the Garden of Eden. I'm Noah with Nova Scotia Tattoo Forum's Tattoo TV. Today we're going to be switching things around a little bit. So we thought it'd be good to get to know, I guess, me. I'm Noah, the interviewer, or one of the interviewers. We hope to have many people working on this project. And so today, one of the other interviewers is going to be doing that. So he's going to hopefully join me in frame soon, and we're going to get to this. So thank you for joining us here. Let's do it.
All right, so it's September 25, 2013. I'm Bruce with Nova Scotia Tattoo Forum's Tattoo TV. We're here in Halifax, Nova Scotia at the Garden of Eden, about to interview someone. All right, hello, do you consent to be interviewed?
Yes.
With Nova Scotia Tattoo TV?
Yes.
Doubly yes, fantastic. So what is your name and where do you live now?
My name is Noah Alexander Anton Polkamp Hart. I was born and raised in Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, which is where I continue to live on Shore Road in downtown Dartmouth by the McDonald Bridge.
Fantastic. Do you have tattoos?
Yes, I have 2 tattoos. I didn't get tattooed until I was 20, and so I guess, would you like to see them?
Sure, yeah, that'd be fantastic.
So they're both
right here. So my brother and I actually got matching ones, so that's what this is. So this says P and H. Once again, my name, Polkamp Hart. There's 3 separate flags. Josh's is in color. Josh is my brother. There's a bridge. We grew up under the bridge. And then this one I got this summer for, that's just me. It's for my grandmother and a kitten that I owned. A kitten that I shared my life with for a few months, but I unfortunately witnessed him get run over by a truck. So it just says Leo and Kay. Kay is my grandmother, always alive, and I just can read that in the mirror for myself. And that's my 2 tattoos.
Very meaningful tattoos, I would say.
Thank you. I don't really, I guess that's kind of a conversation I've had with most people when I talk about my tattoos, is that I wanted them to mean something. Like, I remember as soon as Leo, that was my kitten's name, as soon as he got struck, I remember discussing with my brother, because I didn't have any tattoos at the time, and I thought I wanted to get something for him right away. And Josh said, you should just wait on it, don't do that this second, you know, you'll want to think about that more. And so we waited, and then when Josh came home a few months later, that's when he said we should get the brother tattoos, so we did that. And that was a good experience, and it felt really, you know, like, I started to feel pride in it. And, you know, it's kind of a secret thing. I don't really, like, you know, post about my tattoos or try to show them off too much. Only really do I share them with people who I know intimately, so now you know me, I guess, a little bit more intimately than most people would. And then this, like saying, I don't know, I guess, yeah, meaningful tattoos, I think that makes sense to me.
Yes. And where did you get the tattoos from?
So the first one, the one with Josh and I, we got it at Utility on Quimpool Road here in Halifax, and then the other one I got done at Oceanic in downtown Dartmouth on Portland Street by the Albany Landing. It's a good spot there. Both kind of good experiences. I felt really kind of therapeutic and well tended to, at least.
All right, and what is your next tattoo plan to be?
So that's kind of an interesting, I've been back and forth on a few different ideas, but next I guess I kind of want to get, I have this idea for a Shakespeare tattoo, to quote kind of my favorite line of Shakespeare, which is from The Merchant of Venice. It's even the devil can cite scripture for his purpose, and it's basically just saying basically that anybody can say anybody has said this or that through history. Even the devil can quote the Bible, you know, whatever version of the Bible you prefer, and say, look, this is why you should sin, because of this, you know, God said this at that time, right? And if that's the case, which it is, it seems to be anyways, that, I mean, if you just look at what goes on in the name of God in our earth, anyways, that's just kind of one of those things to me that I thought was meaningful. I kind of wanted to get that on my right side somewhere, just because I kind of view a left-right thing, masculinity, femininity thing, and I kind of wanted to explore that. So that's kind of my next, I guess, plan, but that also goes in hand with, like, I feel like since both of these are my right side, I wanted to get something on my left, which led to me thinking of a Van Gogh sleeve. But that's kind of another, I could probably talk all day about my ideas that I've had about these things. So.
Would your Van Gogh sleeve be like a dream tattoo, as in that's an ultimate goal?
Yeah, definitely. Like, I remember as soon as I thought about it, I sketched something, and then I talked to my brother about it, and he was like, yeah, I don't know, like faces, they always seem to go poorly and things like that. And so he kind of cautioned against that. So I cooled on it, and I have some other ideas, like a Dr. Seuss inspired one that I kind of want to do up my side, which would be cool. But I'm still, like I said, planning all these different ones. So dream tattoo, definitely the Van Gogh sleeve would be a dream tattoo. If I could get that done, it'd become pretty incredible.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And where's your next? Where are you going to be going to get your next tattoo?
I have no clue. Like I said, I enjoy the experiences, but I didn't feel completely satisfied. I just have, like I've said, I've had these ideas, but I've kind of felt, I don't know, I didn't really feel like a complete connection with the artist in the regards where I wanted to share my sketches and I wanted them to think about my ideas. I don't know. So I have no clue where I'm going to get my future tattoos. I hope that this experience kind of helps me look in that direction and figure some of that stuff out.
Fantastic. And where do you think tattoo culture is headed in the future?
That's a very, I think that it's, I guess, only becoming more, I view things through economics. It's kind of a mindset that I have. And so as the economies of scale in terms of like creating great tattoo art, like as it becomes more easily accessible to more people, I think people are just see tattoos, at least in the most of the people that I know, the younger people that I know, they think they see a great tattoo and they love that, right? Like it's one of those things that people will really want to have in my generation. And so it makes sense. You see like this beautiful expression and it's permanent and it just shows a level of commitment that is really admirable. Like I always admire people who are able to commit to things because I've always been a bit of a procrastinator myself. So, commitment is one of those things that really is appealing to me, and I think that's one of those underlying factors that makes tattoos so fascinating, is that somebody is willing to make this full-time commitment, for the rest of their life to having this image or war text or whatever it is, a message of some type on themselves. So that's another thing, Tyson. Why wouldn't it be meaningful? Or at least I would hope so.
So, as you see, the art of tattooing is expanding and there's more possibilities now than ever before. So, because of that, you think there's a broader ability for someone to get exactly what they want. Is that true?
Well, my mind has been blown in the last couple of weeks, just in regards to seeing some things that I never imagined. So, I think that's certainly possible. And one thing that I learned, right, that my father taught me, I guess, when I was young, is this, it's a proverb, and it's basically like a wise man is a man who knows nothing and knows that he knows nothing, and a fool is a man who knows nothing and thinks that he knows everything, and I think that I know nothing. And so I guess that's basically what I've seen in the last little bit with tattoos. I never thought I would see, but that doesn't mean that I think anything is impossible. So, if this truly is, possible for people to get, you could have this tattooed on yourself within much more detail, right? Like the beautiful colors and beautiful different variation and textures. Like those are some of the things that I've seen that's starting to become possible. And if you think about, oh, geez, I'd love to get something like that. Like, why wouldn't you? Because it's, it's a unique message and it's something symbolic within our society. A brick wall or whatever, right? So you have those things. I think, detail totally is definitely seems plausible, and I think that nothing is impossible. If you can imagine it, it seems like artists can make it real today.
Yes, and there seems to be a new resurgence in the art world regarding tattoos, where there's a lot of artists that have put down the paintbrushes and have picked up the tattoo machines. So they're applying their skill set to the tattoo. So tattoo is basically becoming Tattoo 2.0. It's the next version of tattoo.
Yeah.
So that's fantastic. So any closing words or general thoughts on tattoo?
No, I just hope that I can learn as much as I can about this in my short lifetime, and I hope that tattoos can help enrich my life every step of the way, the same way that I hope to enrich tattoo culture, I guess, with just my observations.
All right, thank you, and that is all for today. This is Nova Scotia Tattoo TV, and I am Bruce, signing off for now. Thank you for watching.